Last night we saw a different Athens team come out on the winning side of some clean, old-fashioned hate. While the rivalry between the Crustaceans and the Snakes is both new and far from clean, there is still plenty of hatred between these two Continental Division squads. Will the Snakes strike twice in back-to-back games against Athens or continue their refound form? Or will the Rock Lobsters return victorious to their home tank with a venomous serpent in their vice grips? Let's play hockey indeed, Carson. More so a comfortable victory. And we are underway here at Akins Ford. It's only been 3 weeks, but it feels like it's been forever since we've watched a home game for the Rock Lobsters here at the tank. Risky pass, but Christie turns well out of it. Takes it over the red line. Looking to get a shot off from the high slot, and it's in from Monroe. Working left to right. Kolatarsi's pass gets deflected by Christie. Him driving to the slot is what caused the first goal and almost causes a second. Moccasins out in front. Scantleberry looking for another. Kolatarsi from a prone position is able to get the biscuit away from the oven. Here comes Milan the other way. A beautiful move. Oh, tries to backhand shovel it in past Graham. It doesn't go. That one pinballs over the bar. That one could have gone anywhere. Nice little play from Gallant to sweep it into his route. Gallant takes it onto the backhand. Red Deer Rocket, what a goal! That's going to go down unassisted. Kayson Gallant does it all himself. He gets the puck back right in front of his own bench, and a little bit of a shootout move there to beat Graham. Goes forehand, backhand, and flips it over the blocker. What a goal from Kayson Gallant. Johansson, little skipping stone shot. Gallant misses at the back door. Trying to get open for Milan. Milan trying to get open for himself. And things are starting to heat up. The Moccasin trying to snatch the stick out of the hands of the referee there. Milan settles things down. Finds Croucher up the boards. Croucher! He does get the last laugh! That one has got to feel good. Bukharioff, it's a nifty little feed toward the slot. And as Graham shifts from the post back to the center of the crease, Croucher reads that and sends him back where Graham is not. Rock Lobsters have their first lead since they led 2-1 at the end of last Friday's game. Van Durkin. Some extra speed in his skates. Kolatarsi fakes the slapper. Gallant 5-hole. It's 3. The leading goal scorer from last season is continuing to score in droves. That is goal number 8 for the season for Kayson Gallant. And again, using the movement of the goaltender to your advantage. We saw it from Croucher on his goal to make it 2-1. Gallant waits for the movement of Graham, and as he opens up those pads, Gallant sticks it 5-hole on the rookie goaltender, and Athens leads 3-1. With a pass hard off the end boards. Shinkarik pops free for him. Trying to get to that dangerous slot. That one's all the way in. It takes a little tip. And the Rock Lobsters have their 4th. We'll see who leads the line. It's Philip Virgili. He gets himself right in front of Graham and just bats it down straight on the ground. Takes it to the floor off the initial attempt from Shinkarik. Rock Lobsters have extended their lead. It's now 4 unanswered against the Moccasins. Gallant, Kolatarsi loses an edge, and now there's a breakaway for the Moccasins. Lavalliere stands tall. The Great Wall of Montreal stops Albrecht. Mack, nice little move to Gallant! Looking for the hat trick, and he missed it by a margin. Nice little pirouette out of it for Monroe as they look for something shorthanded. Lavalliere makes another save on a shorthanded break from Albrecht. Monroe back on the puck. Monroe's going to go to a power play here. Lavalliere, who collided with multiple players on the crease. Puck is still loose. Lavalliere, what an amazing save. And two are collapsing in on, I believe, Joe Mack, who wrestles Casey Gerstein out on the ice. Joe Mack gets his helmet shed. And Joe Mack trying to pump this crowd up. Joe Mack, having served his roughing penalty, takes something up high. Not sure if it was a stick or if it was a glove. And not sure if we'll get another look at it. Mack back up on his feet. It's turning into a wrestling match, and I'm not talking about the one we'll see before the game tomorrow. That saw it look like a kick at Lowell. Lowell drops the gloves on Scantlebury. Lowell throwing right after right. Scantlebury is able to get his helmet off. He wasn't able to even see much of Lowell. Lowell really handling himself, trying to bring Scantlebury down to the ice. Jesse Lowell trying to continue to get some punches off. Scantlebury unable really to get his right arm free. And then Lowell leaves him in the face-off circle. Jesse Lowell's fired up, and so is Crustacean Nation in the tank. Good puck possession here for Monroe in the early going. Lavalliere makes a save, squeezes, doesn't know where it is. There's equipment now all over the ice as Forneris tries the bear hug there. And now we've got another scrap. Chris Mott dropping the gloves there with Kyler Matthews. Chris Mott takes a big right, and Matthews ends up on top. And Matthews skates all the way over to in front of the Athens bench. Monroe coming into this third period with what they feel like is a point to prove. A little step ahead from Scantlebury, who pushes out at Croucher and then drops the gloves at Garcia. Scantlebury still trying to fight Garcia, who waves him off the ice. We won't see him back for the remainder of this game. Lowell with a big hit in on Christie in enemy territory. Albrecht, patient, finds Christie. Great goal, tic-tac-toe stuff from the Moccasins. Monroe has scratched back since then. And a goal from Liriakos, who completed a great move combining with Christie and Albrecht. Pass out in front. Rock Lobsters have one, and guess who? Jesse Lowell, who follows up on his great momentum, having scored last Saturday in Monroe. Had a great little fight earlier on in this game. It's a good night for Lowell, and he has a goal. Joe Mack wins it on a whiffed pass, and from behind the net finds his fellow rookie, Jesse Lowell. And Lowell converts on the one-timer, 5-2 Athens. And remember, it's not done between these two teams. Not just the scope of the weekend, but the scope of this season. Two teams that play each other quite a bit. Neely to Milan. Neely gets free. Pass from Milan. Goal for Neely. In his return from injury, Eric Neely scores on the 4-on-4. And it comes from a great feed from one half of that dynamic duo to another, Milan to Neely. Neely was able to shake himself free to give himself a freer path to the net. And Neely, with his expertise and his experience, does not miss in those kinds of situations. This game will end with a 6-2 Rock Lobster victory. That takes them to 32 points on the year and temporarily 4 points clear of the Monroe Moccasins.